What's up, YouTube? What's up, internet? I decided I'm gonna make a quick video, and this video isn't necessarily scientific. It's not like physics or chemistry. It's more like folklore, and I believe it's like way of the world type stuff, like proverbs, not necessarily like, oh, if you cut your skin open, 0.0772 BH is gonna turn, change from this. Not like that. So I call it white witch folklore, and oh man, and now I lost my maps. Oh, there it is. Maps. Jesus Christ. And sorry. Okay, so it's called white witch folklore, and it starts with the Bible's reference of that evil comes from the heart of man. Okay, so the way I see it is evil comes from the heart of man, which sometimes is like animal instinct. And as men and women, we have a moral responsibility. We have a moral compass that allows us to differentiate ourselves from animals. That's why we don't kill, the stud who walks in the room and distracts your wife, or we don't slaughter the person who wrongs your food at the restaurant. That's what makes this difference. The difference between man and animal is that one of the differences, obviously, is a cognitive ability to reason and to make choices based on ideas and not emotions and feelings. And that's why I have a lot of compassion for animals, because in my opinion, they still have feelings and emotion. They just don't necessarily have the same attention span and understanding we have. Because I've seen some animals plan out some pretty wild things. And so the white witch folklore. So the evil starts in your heart, and the joke, the way I see it is it goes up to your heart, and that's where your brain is. And electricity is the filter, and our brains are electric units, and the brain is like the filter for your heart. Your heart spits out an idea. Say this, do this, go hit this person, go do that, don't do this, do this, and it's our brain that with its electricity that filters it all out. The blood, the blood starts in the heart, it pumps through the heart, and once it gets up to the brain, it's got to be filtered, man. You can't run straight heart. We'll be out there killing each other and tearing the place apart, which is why our mind is such a gift, but it's also such a battleground and such a heavy point of attack for the devil. Okay, because it can control it. So the evil starts in your heart. It goes in the blood. It's your blood. Your blood's pumping. You're alive. It goes up to your brain, up to your mind. That's where it's filtered. That's where it's the electricity in your brain. And like I said, this is my folklore. The electricity in your brain filters the blood, goes into the rest of your body, and that's why you bring your thoughts captive to Christ, is because you want a healthy filter. You want we are together as a sound mind and body of Christ, not by a specific denomination, not by a specific leader or specific person. It's through like body and mind. And then the way I see it is that your brain filters out. I mean, obviously, I love mechanics. I love chemistry. I'm not looking for a chemical or a physical or atomic explanation. This is folklore. So the blood carries all your bad thoughts and evil from your heart to your mind. Your mind is brought captive to Christ. It uses electricity at all your And that's why you have to be careful with drugs. And filters out filters your blood, filters out your blood, carries your blood to the rest of your body, and hopefully you got a good filter up there. And then it's why I believe it's okay to cry, and I support crying to personal therapeutical degree, is because it's the tears. Those are all the bad thoughts leaving your body. Your brain filters out through your blood all your bad thoughts, all the evil stuff coming from your heart, and you feel it all getting stored up in there in the front of your brain, in your frontal lobal cortex or whatever, that the part of your brain that gets exhausted after you've been arguing or having some type of like showdown or you know some type of showdown or after you've had some type of showdown or you know, some dramatic event, some social or dramatic event. It's that front side of your forehead, it's that front side of your brain that just gets worn out and so tired. So I always, number one thing for the folklore is, as soon as you start feeling your heart or your mind getting evil, you have to keep your mouth shut. You have to, even if it requires you to form a plan and decide what your next course of action is, even if that might be dramatic or scary or whatever, you need to keep your mouth shut, because you want your blood to go all the way up to your head, be filtered through your brain where you can create a plan and make thoughts and have understanding, and then not spread out to other people through your mouth, because it's going to cause you more problems than sometimes. I mean, so then when you act that way, when you control yourself, and when you act that way and you control yourself, and you don't allow that evil energy to come out of your mouth and into your actions necessarily, it builds up a pressure that's good. It's like working out. It's like exercising. It builds up a pressure of understanding and of compassion and sympathy. And chances are the next time you have a chance, maybe when you're alone or when you have a chance to breathe, you might want to cry. And it's not about using crying as a tool or using crying as a bartering token or as a relationship token or status thing or anything like that. It's about letting it just come out of your body. Because I've heard people say that when you cry, the toxins come out of your body. I've heard people say all you know, there's a lot of different things that people say, but I believe it, because when you get in a situation that hurts you or that breaks you down, and you contain it and you control yourself and you allow it to, you know, sharpen your edges as iron sharpens iron, it's like a accomplishment. It's like a feeling of relief. And add on to that the relief that you can get from tears coming out of your eyes. You don't have to whine or you don't have to make noises, but just the tears coming out of your eyes is such a purifying and uplifting experience. So there's some little folklore for anyone that happens to watch. I messed up today. I got out of bed and I just started ranting and raving and cussing and doing the most, and it's not an appropriate way to live. If I felt that strongly about something, I should have just practiced my own technique and just kept my mouth shut and figured it out. So,